happen to be on. My name is Tiana. This is our Yoga with Tiana practice. We have this practice every Saturday live. Every Saturday, I am here with you, and maybe you happen to be on a Friday, on a Thursday. Just say hello in the replay. And I'm so glad you're here. I wake up and I am so excited to teach this practice on a Saturday, especially when it is live. There's something special about being live. Seeing that energy, seeing the comments, like seeing my moderator Twitch. Good morning, happy Saturday. We're ending June. We're ending Black Music Month. So it's always nice to hear some nice flows. Shout out Epidemic Sound who creates my music. And we're going to get into a hip strength. We still rocking with the hips because the hips are important, okay? So we're going to pick our intention word first. Yesterday it was renewal. So thinking about some of those things, what are some things that maybe you want to renew, right? Let's pick our intention word. Whew. I think that goes hand in hand with renewal. Uh, and I spoke with a lady the other day. She told me about the cards and how she loves to pick them every single day and looks forward to it. And how she even started looking up the words in the dictionary to really get the full meaning of the word. Because you may understand the word, but then you're like, let me look up all of the different ways because it hits different. So, again, yesterday was renewal. Today is newness. Newness. Oh, and I think that goes so in hand with renewal because as we talk about renewal, that means restarting, right? When we renew a new year, we start with newness, right? So I think that goes hand in hand. And as we come into this practice, I want you to get a new scope on how you think yoga is, right? You may approach yoga where I can't bend down and touch my toes, but it's not about that. It's one about the breath. So we're going to get into that first, right? We get into the breath because the breath is what starts our practice. Prana. That's the very beginning of our yoga practice. So I want you to make sure that you're honoring your body with that yoga prana. Prana, the life force, the energy. We breathe without being conscious of it, but I want you to take a nice comfortable seat. And I want you to take that inhale in through the nose. Gently hold at the top and exhale out through the nose if it's available. Just let your body get soft. Whew. Just notice how that feels for your body. Notice how you're sitting. Maybe this seated position isn't most ideal or comfortable. Get comfortable, even if that means bringing your feet out in front of you. Whatever feels good for you, I want you to get nice and comfortable. So if this position is where you're going to get comfortable, or maybe if you'd like to place a yoga block underneath of you, whatever feels good. I feel like when I have my yoga block up, I like to get myself in a folded position. So this feels comfortable for me. So take that inhale in. And as we breathe, I want you to think about that new breath. Breathing in that energy. Become an observer of your breath. Notice how your knees are starting to soften. How your shoulders descend away from the ears. How you're nice and even in your sit bones. And just take a moment to even notice how deep or shallow the breath is. No attempts to change it. Just observing where you are right now today. Continue to breathe. And as we begin to start our practice, I want you to remember that that breath, the inhale and the exhale, is what keeps us going on the mat. We're going to hold some postures today. So we're going to take a few postures that we're going to hold. And we're going to really begin to set space here for those postures. So I want you to breathe When you feel like, okay, I think I want to get out of this posture, we're going to breathe, all right? So go ahead and get something handy to get on your mat to place under your knees, because we are going to be on our knees for just a little bit. So I want you to make sure you're comfortable. So before we start, we're going to bring those arms up overhead, gaze up, and we're going to start that hold already, all right? So we're going to gaze up. Palms are going to face each other. Gaze up towards the hands. Relax your shoulders. Notice your belly starting to come in towards the ribs. Holding those arms up. Really getting rooted into your seat bones here. Notice how your arms may start to feel heavy. Those shoulders may want to come up. We're going to breathe. And on that exhale, we're going to turn our palms out and begin to bring our hands down nice and slow. Ooh. All right. We're going to come to our tabletop position. So tabletop position, I want you to come to a nice position here with your tabletop. Again, want something underneath of your knees. So I'm going to actually take my mat and give it a little fold right where my knees are. So shout out Artisan Nation for making sure the middle part is a little bit more comfortable. And I'm going to make it even more comfortable here for my knees. So we're going to take our knees to stack right underneath of our hips, those wrists to stack right under our shoulders. And let's start our cow cat. So lower the belly, gaze up. Exhale, arch the spine. And reverse. And I always forget about my watch. So go ahead and synchronize your watch if you haven't already. Set it to yoga. Let your head relax. And reverse. I want you to do these cow cats at your own pace. Take one more wherever you are. And then when you're ready, come back to a nice neutral spine. We're going to extend out that right leg behind us. So extending out that right leg. I want you to even your hip. So notice if that hip is off to the side, we're going to even our hip. Now you can stay just like this. Or maybe you'd like to bring that foot off the ground. We're already going to start to hold those postures. Draw the navel in. Hold. And if you'd like to take it a little bit further, we're going to extend that opposite arm. So right leg, left arm. And let's bring it down. Give it a rock from side to side. All right, same thing on the opposite side. Are you ready? Extend out that left leg. Again, evening your hip. And if you'd like to bring that foot to hover off the ground, again, still keeping that hip nice and neutral. And if you'd like to extend that arm, breathe. Toe is going to track down towards the mat. Draw in the navel. Take one more cycle of breath. And let's go ahead and lower it down. Let's move our hips around in a circle. So take it all the way around. We're going to pause wherever you are. Let's go the opposite way with our circles. You got this. And we're going to end in child's pose. So bring your hips towards your heels. Take your knees out nice and wide. Draw yourself into the center. Take your forehead towards the mat. Surrender your body to the mat. Take a full cycle of breath. Let's gaze towards the hands. Let's come back to our tabletop position. Come back to that tabletop position. We still got a little bit more work on our tabletop. So we're going to come back to that right leg, and we're going to draw that knee out to the side for a fire hydrant. Draw that knee out to the side. So open it out to the side. Hold here for 2, 1, and lower down. Same thing on the opposite side. Let's draw that knee out to the side, fire hydrant here. And let's hold for 2, 1, and bring it down. Go ahead and shake the hips from side to side. Let's come back to that right foot. Let's take that right foot to the outside of the hand. So we're going to bring that foot to the outside of the hands. So nice and wide here. I want you to rock forward and rock back. Rock forward, rock back. Come back forward. We're going to take that hand closest to the foot, place it on the thigh. Go ahead and begin to twist your body towards that elbow. Breathe. If you'd like to extend this posture, you can take that top hand overhead, open out. Gently take the hand back to the inside of the foot. Let's take that foot back, give it a rock from side to side. All right, same thing on the opposite leg. Take that foot to the outside of the hand. You got this, rock forward. Open up your hips. We're opening up our hips before we build that strength. Rock back. Rock forward. Rock back. Come back forward. We're going to take that inside hand to the thigh. Let's twist towards that elbow. And if you'd like to extend that pose, let's open up that top hand. Very nice. Let's gently take that hand back to the inside of our foot. Step that foot back. Give it a rock from side to side. Very nice. Let's walk our hands towards our body, and we're going to place those hands on the hips. So place the hands on the hips. Press your hips forward. Press those hips forward. Let's start to draw those elbows back. Draw the elbows back as we press the hips forward. Little counter stretch here. Gently bring it back up to neutral. We're going to bring those arms up overhead. Gaze up towards the hands. Relax the shoulders. Press those hips forward. Hold and breathe. So the back feet, they're going to be on the top of the mat, pressing into the tops of our feet. Press your hips forward. On that exhale, let's bring those hands down. Come back to your tabletop position. We're going to tuck our toes. Nice toe stretch here. Shift the weight back towards those heels. Gently come forward. Let's take our first downward facing dog here. Pedal out your feet. Now maybe you want to hold one side, take a little pause, feel that stretch along the back of the leg, and then hug it on the other side. And then when you feel comfortable taking both heels towards the ground, shift the weight towards your heels, pressing away with your fingertips. Begin to draw the navel in as you walk the gaze up towards the belly. Take 2 more full cycles of breath. We're now going to start to hold some of our postures a little bit longer, starting with our downward facing dog. And let's begin to walk those hands towards the feet. Come towards the back of your mat. Hang out here in your forward fold. Again, drawing the belly in. Shift the weight into the balls of your feet. Let's grab opposite elbows for ragdoll, allowing our body to hinge forward a little bit more. Let's rock from side to side. Gonna start to feel the back of your leg. Shake your head yes and no. Release your hands. Let's gently curl all the way up. Bringing those arms up overhead, our extended mountain. Exhale, let's bring those hands down to a mountain pose. Now I'm gonna straighten my mat out. Feel free, if you had something on your knees, feel free to move that out the way, because we're gonna start to move our bodies and we're gonna be standing a little bit, all right? So done with the knees, we're gonna be standing. So while we're at the back of our mat, I want you to take that right foot and step it forward, all right? So I'm gonna step my left foot so I can be your mirror. So I'm gonna step my left, but you're right. Step it forward. And we're gonna be on the ball of our back foot. So my back foot is tracking forward. Both toes are tracking towards the front of my mat. I want you to begin to bend into that front knee. Bend into that front knee. Maybe you have a hand on the wall. Maybe you have your hands out. Just take a little bend here. And if you need to step that foot out, because that knee and ankle are right over top of each other. So if you feel like that knee is way over ankle, walk your foot out. Let's start with the arms here. We're going to bring our arms right overhead. Gaze forward. Our drishti point is forward. Settle in here. Let those hips relax as you sink into that stretch. Fill in that high crescent lunge. Let's begin to straighten that front knee. Come right back into it. Bend into that front knee. Ooh. Can we do that again? Straighten that front knee. And let's bend back into it. Ooh. Can we do two more just like that? Let's straighten. And let's bend. And one more. Let's straighten. And let's bend. And we're going to hang out here for a second. Maybe you take the hands to prayer. If your arms are just too tired, feel free. I want you to take a nice long breath here. In, hold, exhale. Take your hands down towards your mat. Step that front foot back. Come back to your downward facing dog. Breathe as you shift that weight towards your heels. We're going to take our high crescent lunge on the opposite foot. So now step your opposite foot forward. Once you're nice and grounded, you're going to begin to come all the way up. We're already in that lunge position. Let's start with the arms. Bend into your front knee. Go ahead and settle in here. Relax your shoulders. And let's begin to straighten our leg. And bend right back into it. Whew. And straighten the leg. And bend back into it. Oh, yes. And straighten. And bend again. We got one more and then we're going to hold, right? Straighten your leg. And come back into that bend. Let's hold here. You got this. Breathe. Relax your shoulders. Are your arms burning yet? All right, let's come on and get out of here. Let's bring our arms down, frame our foot. Step back to your downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. Draw the navel in. Shift the weight back to your heels. Hang out right here. We're going to come back to that right leg. So bring that right leg forward. Frame the hands. There you go. I want you to begin to push off of that leg. So push off of that leg and gently bring those arms up. Yes, you got this. Let's take our hands down. And I want you to get nice and grounded here with your hands down on the ground. And let's begin to kick off of that back leg. So we're going to kick off that back leg, gently come into a warrior three. If you'd like to take the foot just a little bit off the ground, right here is fine. If you'd like to kick off, feel free to kick off. And then I want you to take that foot, bring it right back to meet the opposite foot. So now both feet are going to be together. We're in a forward fold. Gently begin to bring those arms up overhead, extended mountain. Exhale, let's bring those hands down by our side. All right, we're going to stay on this leg. Remember, staying on this right leg. I want you to shift that left back just a little bit. So shift it back just a little. I'm going to come back a little bit so I'm a little bit more where you can see everything. So shift that weight back just a little bit. I want you to get a wall. If the wall is not handy, feel free to grab a block. Place it right here in front. We're going to do a little bit of work here with balance. So we're going to begin to take that back foot, gently bring it off of the ground. Just gently bring it off the ground. Still tracking forward. You can hold on to the wall. I want you to start to lean forward towards that block. Lean forward towards the block. You can readjust it wherever you need to. We're really feeling the strength in that standing leg. Begin to come up. We're going to do that again. Bring that foot back. Lean it forward. You can bring it all the way down if you'd like. Whatever feels good to you. Gently bring it all the way back in. All right. Can we switch to the opposite side? You may need to bring that block over on that side. Let's gently shift that weight back into that foot. Toe tracks forward. You can gently begin to lean forward and just take that foot off the mat. This is totally fine. Stay just like this. If you'd like to come forward a little bit more, we're going to shift that weight forward to the block. Feel free to get that balance in that standing leg. Readjust the block wherever you need to. Bring that hip in. And slowly come back up. All right, can we do that one more time? Shift the weight back. You can gently come off of that foot, just like this, have it hover. That's fine, just like that. If you'd like to take it a little bit further, bring it all the way towards the block. High, medium, or low, or even all the way down to the ground. Whatever feels good to you. Breathe. And then slowly come all the way back up. Pedal your feet. I don't know about you, but those things just warm up your body. They just warm up your body. Let's take a step out towards the side of our mat. Bend towards the side. Now our toes are going to be parallel with our body. I want you to begin to bring those arms up overhead. Gaze up towards the hand. Hinge at your hips. Bring it down. Breathe. Let's start to bend into one knee. So bend towards the side. I'm going to come towards the back of my mat. Again, you can always have a block here. If the ground is not accessible, feel free to bend into a block. Hold here. Come back to center. Bend into the opposite side. Again, if you'd like to bring that block, you can always bring that block that can get you a little bit higher. If you'd like to bring it all the way down, you're more than welcome. And let's gently come back to center. Forward fold into the center. Block can always be here for you, high, medium, or low. Remember not to let those knees curve into the center. Let's begin to bring it back up. We're going to turn the toe towards the top of the mat. Bring your block off to the side. Come over, and let's come back to our forward fold. Take the back foot up. Let's bend into our knees. Come back into our chair. Having a seat in your chair, bringing your hips down. Let's begin to bring ourselves to a standing position. Come back into your chair. Back to standing, back to mountain. Have a seat right back into your chair. We're going to hold here. Feel free. If you need to take a break, stand and come back, that's all right. You can draw those knees together, whatever feels good to you. Maybe your arms are starting to shake. Maybe your body starts to shake. We have one more full breath. On that exhale, forward fold. Woo. You got this. Give it a rock. And let's come down to a seated position. Whoa. All right, how was that? That was work, right? Let's bring the soles of the feet to touch. Butterfly out the knees. Give it a rock from side to side. Can we bring those arms back overhead one more time? I think that was yes. Bring your arms up overhead. Come back to stillness. Let the knees soften. We're going to turn towards that right side. Frame the body with your hands. Look behind you. Gently come back to center. And over to the opposite side. Gently come back up to center. Bringing those arms up overhead. I want you to get nice and comfortable here. We're going to hold just another few seconds. And on that exhale, bring your arms down by your side. We're going to hang out here. So feel free to get comfortable. We're going to hang out here for our seated Shavasana. So you can fold your legs. You can bring that block. Come back onto your block. Do whatever feels good for you. I'm going to come onto my block since I already queued that up. And I'm going to bring my knees down. Taking the same posture that I took when we started. And I'm going to take one hand to heart and one hand to belly. Really allowing myself to be grounded right here in this space. So maybe you notice that your knees are a little bit tight. Take a breath. Feel that newness in your body. Feel your hips begin to get nice and even here. Feel your shoulders soften. Gently unclench your jaw and soften that space around your eyes. Come back to your breath. Take an inhale in. Gently hold and exhale out. Come back to your normal breath. And as we're here, soaking up this stillness, this quiet, I want you to remember that you can always come back to this breath, this practice at any point. So gently taking those hands to heart center, with our thumbs to our chest. I want you to thank yourself for showing up for you today. Thanking your body for showing up and supporting you on the practice. And I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your day. I want you to take this energy, this newness with you off the mat and share it with others because energy is infectious and we want to share the good stuff. All right, can't wait to practice with you again. Until next time, namaste. All right, ooh, how we feeling? We could have did so much more. I feel like the hour classes are like when you really get into it. But I hope your hips are feeling a little bit better. Even if you want to come up and just press those hips forward, that always feels good to me. I hope that you enjoyed the practice. I thank you so much. And this is what really makes me happy. So if you enjoyed it, definitely give it a thumbs up. I see that we have a lot of people on. Thank you for being here. We got Tamisha, hello. We got Twitch, my moderator. Thank you for putting the word. Newness is the word. And we got Shakita Woods, hello, Grand Rising. Hey, hey. All right, we got Lucky. We got, okay, you're on your chair balcony. Yes, I love it. Tamisha, got to step away, but I thank you so much for being a part of it. We got Flo, hey, hey. We got Nicole, hi, Nicole. And Dahlia, thank you so much. You are on the West Coast. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Once you're here, your family, and remember to tell a friend to tell a friend. So I thank you so much, Dahlia, for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And thank you to my moderator. I thank you all for being here. We got Aran. Good morning. You'll catch the replay. That's all right. Thank you so much for being a part of the practice. Really appreciate it. Again, I'm here every Saturday, 8:30. So lock in, and I will see you next time. I have tons of content, including a 30-day challenge and even a 5-day yoga challenge. All right. So I hope that you'll come back, see me here, rather live or on the replay. All right? Peace out. Have a good one. Have a good day.